We're here in the New York Auto Show's Tuner Dungeon, and as the self-proclaimed Tuner Dungeon Master, I have challenged myself to talk one little bit about every car on this row. And I'm going to start by cheating with two. These are two different EK Honda Civic hatches built for Time Attack, but in different series. Global Time Attack here, Grid Life over here. Let's move to this side. Mitsubishi Pajero Mini, one of those tiny little off-roaders that we don't get in the US, but that we wish we could. Next to it, of course, we have a Lexus IS 300, known for its naturally aspirated 2J. It's a baby Supra. It's not really a Supra. And a more modern Lexus to complement it. I don't necessarily love stance, but you know what? I can appreciate it in an isolated place like this. We have the FK8 Civic Type R, to this day one of my favorite vehicles I have ever driven, and that was just a really poorly maintained rental. This one's got to be even better. And we have an Acura Integra, but not the classic four eyes you've come to expect from an Integra. This is a different front end. We have a Toyota Starlet GT. I love these things. I came so close to buying one. Nissan 240SX S14, though you can tell up front it's been rebadged as a Silvia. With the S14, you don't really need many other changes, except the engine. EG Civic, similarly stripped out to the Time Attack ones, but this one is not labeled for any racing series. And of course, this EG is just for show. However, that rules. More people should have chrome valve covers. Over here we have not one, not two, but three Hachirokos, though one of them is actually a legit JDM 11. Back over here, we are back into Honda Civic territory, but you can see over here what appear to be real Volk TE37 wheels. And a very vented hood. I wonder what's under there. Probably not the same thing as what's under here. This is the brand new FD2 Honda Civic Type R, which I have driven on track, and let me tell you, it's a good one. Though, is it as good as the FK8? That's the question everyone wants to know. The FK8 has a more lively front end, but the FD2 comes around a little better in the rear. Which do you prefer? Let us know in the comments. Over here, classic Datsun. We love a classic Datsun. The 240 is my favorite car of all time, and you know what? I'd daily one of these too. We've also got classic Mazdas. Which blue do you like better? Light blue of the Datsun, dark blue of the Mazda? Let us know in the comments. Or are you more of a championship white person? With the first generation pre-facelift Acura NSX. I promised Dan there'd be no cuts, and you know what? We're leaving that in. Speaking of more Honda power, an S2000, the best seating position of any car ever. Full stop. I've declared it. I've never even driven one, but I've sat in enough to fall in love. Though I would also love to get behind the wheel of one of these, not just any R33 Nissan Skyline GTR, but a midnight purple. One of the greatest car colors known to man. Though you've also got a little bit of purple on this here first generation Mazda RX-7. This is another American version, meaning it's not a Savannah RX-7 like you may see them called online. It's just boring old American. A little less boring though is the FD, the latest generation of the RX-7. This one here has an RE Amemiya kit. And Amemiya, correct me in the comments, but Keisuke Takahashi had one. And last but not least, because I promised our video producer we'd only do this row, two Phoenix Yellow Acura Integra Type Rs. Both Acura Integras, mind you, not Honda Integras. You can see from the left-hand drive, one that appears to be bone stock, maybe the interior is a little stripped, and one that's been a little more modified. Aftermarket seats, carbon hood, roll cage inside. Both, I'm sure, are a blast to drive.